Hello students, this is Payal ma'am here. Today we are going to discuss about teeth, its types and the complete process of digestion. I have also attached the solved question and answers of the book at the end. I have also given a quiz link in the description box. Do watch the entire video to get all the responses correct. So without any further ado, let us start today's lecture. So let us first discuss about the two sets of teeth found in the human beings, which are the milk teeth and the permanent teeth. When a baby is about 6 months old, his or her teeth begins to appear. When the baby is about 3 years, he or she has a set of 20 teeth. These are called as the temporary or the milk teeth. Now, permanent teeth between the age of 6 and 12 years, the milk teeth falls out one by one and the new ones grow in their place. These are called as the permanent teeth. Now, these are 32 in number. Now, types of teeth. There are three main types of teeth, which are the flat teeth or the incisors, the pointed teeth or the canines, and the broad and grooved teeth, which are the premolars and molars. Now, let us move on to the first category of the teeth, which are the flat teeth or the incisors. So, these teeth are present in the front of the mouth. These are eight in number, and the function very important, these are used for biting and cutting the food. So these teeth or the incisors are like the knives which help us to cut the food into pieces. Now the teeth are modified according to the food habits of animals. For example, the rabbits have well developed incisors as you can see in the picture. The rabbits love to feed on the carrots and other plant products which are hard and need sharp teeth to be cut into pieces. Hence, the incisors have modified to serve the purpose of cutting the plant products into pieces. Hence, most of the herbivores have well developed incisors. Pointed teeth or canines. These are found on either sides of the incisors. They are four in number, and the function is these are used for tearing the food. Now, as you can see here in the picture, the tiger, which is a carnivorous animal that feeds on the flesh of the other animals, have well developed sharp canines. These sharp pointed canines help them to easily tear the flesh of their prey. Even in the snakes, the canines are well developed and have poison released from it. So often, when you see the snake bite marks, the two dots signifies the two canines of that snake. Broad and grooved teeth, which are the molars and the premolars. These teeth are present at the back of the mouth. These are of two types, the molars, which are 12 in number, premolars, which are 8 in number. Their function is used for chewing and grinding the food. So the molars and the premolars are like the mixer grinder in which the cut fruits and vegetables are ground and chewed to a thick paste. Now, the dentition here means the arrangement of teeth. So, as you can see and differentiate between the dentition of a child and an adult by seeing this picture. So, the premolars and the third molar or the wisdom tooth are absent in a child, which is found in the adult. Hence, milk teeth are 20 numbers, that is 10 in the upper jaw and 10 in the lower jaw. Whereas the permanent teeth are 32 in number, 16 in the upper jaw and 16 in the lower jaw. So here the structure of a tooth is given. The point to be noted over here is the shiny white enamel on the outer layer of the tooth. So the teeth What you see in your mouth basically is the hard enamel, which is white in color. Now, when we consume too much sweet items and least frequently rinse our mouth, then these sugar particles get stuck in the tooth and attracts the bacteria towards them. The bacteria then releases some acids that causes a hole or a cavity in the tooth, leading to the tooth decay, like how you see in the picture on the right side. So it is very important to take care of the teeth. So we need to brush our teeth twice daily, in the morning and in the night. We need to wash our mouth after every meal. We need to visit a dentist for regular dental checkups. We need to eat fruits like guava and vegetables like carrot, which gives exercise to our gums. We need to avoid eating sugars or sweets as much as possible. We should clean our tongue daily. We should eat calcium rich food like milk products for strong teeth. Now you can see here the various parts of our tongue sensitive to the different taste sensations. So that's why we lick an ice cream with the tip of our tongue to get the maximum sweetness of the ice cream. Now let us see a video to clearly understand the process of digestion in human beings. We all know that we get energy from food, but the food contains complex substances like carbohydrates, proteins, and fats which our body cannot absorb and use directly. So, first these complex substances needs to be broken down into simpler substances, which is done by the digestive system of our body. The digestive system consists of various organs like the mouth or the buccal cavity, esophagus or the food pipe, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus. Apart from this, there are some glands associated with the digestive system, which are the salivary glands, liver, and pancreas. Firstly, the food is taken into the mouth or the buccal cavity. The teeth helps in cutting, chewing, and grinding the food. The salivary glands in the mouth secrete a watery liquid called saliva. This saliva moistens and softens the food that can easily pass through the food pipe. The tongue has got a number of taste buds which helps to detect various tastes and pushes the food towards the food pipe. Stomach. The stomach is a thick walled bag which is the widest part of the digestive system. The stomach secretes or releases hydrochloric acid and digestive juices which partially digest the food. Hydrochloric acid in the stomach kills any germs that comes along with the food into the stomach. The small intestine. The small intestine is highly coiled structure and is about 7.5 meters long. Complete digestion of food occurs in the small intestine. The small intestine receives the digestive juices from the liver and the pancreas. Liver. Liver is the largest gland in our body which secretes a liquid called bile. It is temporarily stored in an organ called gallbladder before being released into the small intestine. Pancreas. Pancreas is a leaf-shaped organ situated below the stomach. It releases the pancreatic juice into the small intestine. The walls of the small intestine secretes intestinal juice. So all the juices from liver, pancreas, and the small intestine itself helps in breaking down the complex food materials into simpler ones. Walls of the small intestine absorbs the digested food that passes into the blood, which ultimately goes into each cell of our body to produce energy. So, complete digestion of food and its absorption occurs in the small intestine. Large intestine. The undigested and unabsorbed food passes into the large intestine. The large intestine absorbs water from the undigested food material. Thus, the semi-solid undigested food get collected in the rectum for some time before the waste matter is released out of the body through anus. So this completes the process of digestion in the digestive system of our body. Now let us understand why is it important to eat fresh and clean food. Unwashed fruits and vegetables can carry germs of diseases such as diarrhea, vomiting, and other stomach ailments. Unwashed fruits and vegetables may carry eggs of worms which reach the stomach, hatch there, and produce worms. These worms live in the stomach and intestines, consuming the food meant for us. People having worms generally look pale, weak, and unhealthy. Food exposed to flies can lead to various diseases like jaundice, cholera, etc. Uncovered food can lead to growth and multiplication of germs that might result in vomiting and diarrhea. Now, let us discuss the question and answers which have already been given to you, but still let me still discuss with you these question and answers so that you can recheck it, and if you already have memorized these answers, then let me tell the questions and you just hide the answers, or don't look at the answers and just give the answers to see how well you have revised the chapter. Okay, so the first question is, name the organ through which food enters the stomach. Food pipe is the organ through which food enters the stomach. Now, next question is, how many sets of teeth are formed during one's lifetime? Name them. There are two sets of teeth formed during one's lifetime, which are first the permanent teeth and second are the milk teeth. Now, next is, write one difference between the milk teeth and the permanent teeth. So, milk teeth begins to appear when the baby is 6 months old and it falls out one by one between the age of 6 to 12 years. Whereas the permanent teeth grows in the place of milk teeth after they fall out. Now, next question is, what do you mean by the term digestion? The food contains carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and other nutrients. These are complex materials which are broken down into simpler forms in our digestive system. This process is called as digestion. Now, next question is, what happens to the food when it enters the stomach? So, the answer is, the food gets mixed with the digestive juices secreted by the walls of the stomach, and the food is partially digested here. I hope you have got all the answers correct. Now, next, we'll proceed on with the question number E1. So, the first question is, list 5 good habits that should be taken care of at the time of eating food. So, the answer is 5 good habits that should be taken care of at the time of eating food are as follows: washing hands before eating, eating a balanced diet, to chew food properly before swallowing, eating green vegetables and fruits every day, not to speak while chewing the food. The next question is, name the different types of teeth in the food. Also mention their functions. So the first is the flat teeth or the incisors. These are used for biting and cutting the food. Next, the pointed teeth or canines. These are used for tearing the food. Next, broad and grooved teeth or the molars and premolars. These are used for chewing and grinding the food. Next question, why is it important to chew the food properly? Answer, when we chew our food properly, it gets broken down into smaller pieces, which are easier to digest. When mixed with saliva, chewing allows our body to extract the maximum possible amount of nutrients from the food that we eat. Next, why is washing of fruits and vegetables important for us? Washing of fruits and vegetables is important for us because unwashed fruits and vegetables can carry germs of diseases which can cause diarrhea, vomiting, and other stomach ailments. Unwashed fruits and vegetables can also carry eggs or worms. These eggs hatch in the stomach and intestines, releasing worms which consume the food meant for the human body. This makes such a person look weak, pale, and unhealthy. Next, Sheena's mother often tells her not to eat too many sweets and chocolates. Why do you think she says so? Answer: Sheena's mother tells her not to eat too many sweets and chocolates as they are sticky in nature and attracts the harmful bacteria to feed on them. These bacteria produce acids which removes minerals from the tooth enamel, which is the shiny protective layer on the tooth. As a result, a cavity or a hole is produced in the tooth. Next is complete the food path. So, it begins with the mouth, then proceeds on to the esophagus, then to the stomach, followed by the small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and finally it terminates into the anus. So, I hope all these things are clear to you now. If you still have any doubts, do write to me in the comment section below. Thank you.